Hi folks, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Poverty Proof, How the Rich Think Differently and How to Train Your Brain for Wealth. My name is Douglas Kruger. If you're new to the channel, glad to have you on board. Well folks, my credentials as we start this journey together. I am the author of a number of best-selling books on the topic of wealth versus poverty, and specifically the mindsets and behaviors that determine the difference between the two. My first book on the topic was titled, Is Your Thinking Keeping You Poor? That was followed up by Poverty Proof, and launching this month, the follow-up to that one, Poverty Proof for Entrepreneurs. I'm also busy working on the manuscript for book number 4 with Penguin, which is tentatively titled, How to Grow Rich. Very simple, does what it says on the box. So, welcome to the new show titled Poverty Proof. If you've been with me for a number of years now, you'll have been watching From Amateur to Expert Daily, in which we spoke about how to become the top name, the top thought leader, the top icon in your industry. We went through some 420 videos on that topic, and now we're making a switch. But what if you'd like more on the topic of how to position yourself as an expert? If your goal is to become the Clarkson of cars, the Oprah of TV, the Schwarzenegger of bodybuilding, the Stephen King of horror movies, then I have some exciting news for you. Just this week, in conjunction with FutureSelfAcademy.com, I have launched What Makes Them Great, which is an entire digital course based on a book on how you can become a top expert in your industry. The idea is you download it onto your smart device, onto your computer, and you go through modules. I guide you through them in video format, you read parts of the book, you take quizzes, and you apply the ideas directly to your life. If that's something you're keen on doing, that is a good path to go. It's an entire roadmap on how you can position yourself as an expert. But we're off on a different track now. On this channel, we will explore the ideas around wealth and poverty and what makes that difference. This is something I'm very passionate about, having grown up in a moderately wealthy area as kind of the odd family out. We straddle two worlds, and that made it incredibly apparent to me how differently these two worlds think. Families that get caught in generational cycles of poverty versus first-generation wealthy business owners, millionaires, billionaires. So, I've spent the last 20-something years unpacking those differences and trying to understand the philosophies. The philosophies are relatively simple, but if no one has pointed them out to you, it's very easy to get it wrong. We're going to talk about the differences between a self-imposed victimhood mindset versus taking accountability for your future. We're going to talk about differences in approaches to how you make money and how you think about making money, how you use your career as a wealth-generating mechanism rather than just a lifestyle support system. The ideas that we'll cover are drawn from all 4 of my books on wealth, and we will look at different themes. The videos themselves do roughly follow something of a sequential order, but it doesn't matter if you miss one. So we're going to start with introductory ideas like what is wealth and how do you orient your thinking about this topic? How do you get rid of self-sabotaging beliefs about wealth? And we'll look at some of the most common ones and some of the unusual ones that can sneak in through the cracks. We'll help you to clear out all of that nonsense and see your entire perspective as a strategist. My goal is to help you and your family to be poverty-proof. To that end, won't you please share the videos if you find them helpful? Show them to your kids. They are particularly useful for people in the 17 to 25 age bracket. In fact, my first book, the one titled Is Your Thinking Keeping You Poor, is the book that I wrote because I wished someone had given me that book when I was about 20 years old. It is about how to orient your thinking and ensure that you aim your trajectory in the right direction. If you're going to work hard anyway, make sure that you're working hard in ways that are productive. That's the orientation for this channel. So yes, the episodes are roughly sequential in their theme, but if you miss a couple of days or a couple of weeks, don't worry about that. You can jump in. Each video is its own self-contained idea. Now, if you would like to watch them day by day, and I strongly recommend that, the best way to do that is not just to subscribe to the channel, but to hit the notifications bell. Then you will be told when each new video becomes available. Otherwise, you could miss a couple of weeks and miss the building of these themes, and I think they can make a big difference in your world. If you'd like a longer presentation to really sink your teeth into, one of my videos at last check had 2.5 million views, and that was a speech that I gave on the topic of wealth at a university a few years ago. If you'd like to watch that one, click on the link here. I'm delighted to be sharing these ideas with you and taking this journey with you. Thank you for joining me as we learn to poverty-proof our own minds.